Well, Ogden will soon have a new crime-fighting tool, a blimp. The city worked with Weber State University to develop unmanned aerial surveillance. Fox 13's Erica Vaughn is live with why a dirigible was the top choice. Hey, Erica.
Hey, Max, nice job saying that. That's why I didn't want to say it. But basically, the mayor of Ogden is saying that a blimp is cheaper than a small helicopter or a fixed-wing airplane. They say that this blimp can also hover in one place, say, for example, over a parking lot where there may have been a rash of break-ins and they might need some of that surveillance. The blimp that Weber State designed and Ogden wants on its police force doesn't look like the typical fat blimp. It's shaped like a cigar. It's 52 feet long and 4 feet wide. Cameras are mounted on it and give a really clear view of what's happening on the ground. Weber State Center of Aeronautical Innovation has been testing their creation and says it's perfect for police work. The blimp can hover in place, can pivot, or it can pursue. Its top speed is 40 miles per hour.
It becomes a deterrent when people know that there's something watching you and following you. People behave differently, and there's good data behind that to show that people don't commit crimes when they know they're being watched. So this provides crime prevention as well as the intervention that we know it can provide.
We did speak with the ACLU. They do have concerns that aerial surveillance like this could jeopardize or diminish the public's constitutional rights, and they're also concerned about how the video will be used and how it will be stored. Ogden City says it already has policies in place to deal with those types of issues. They're hoping to get this blimp on the streets or patrolling over the streets by the spring. They say it's well within the police force budget, and they really are hoping that this helps put a dent in some of the crime here in Ogden. Live in Ogden, Erica Vaughn, Fox 13 News, Utah.
So let's talk about something that could be great news for the war. You know, you can count on our scientists and innovators to come up with things to make it better, make our soldiers more effective in battle. And how about this? A better eye in the sky. They're calling it the Blue Devil. It's a huge thing. They call it the size of an enormous, which was already a freakishly large blimp that's in the sky.
7 times the size of the Goodyear blimp. And here's what is interesting, is that, you know, that we hear that the Predator drone is a great way to keep an eye on things from the sky. But effectively, the viewpoint they have is like looking down a straw, down a soda straw. With the Blue Devil, what they can do is they've got so many cameras on board, they can actually take a look and know exactly what's going on over 36 square miles. And normally, to be able to analyze all that stuff, you would need 2,000 analysts. But instead, they've got these supercomputers on board that do all the figuring out about, okay, we just heard somebody right over there say this, how do we follow them?
Wow. Have you guys ever been inside a blimp?
Yeah.
It's like a totally different experience than you think it might be. You have to wonder.
It's little.
And it's like you're at sea. It goes like this the whole time. Maybe this one won't be like that because it's so massive, but it's my understanding that you can stay up inside of this blimp for some time, right?
For a week.
For a week.
Right.
So this is not one that you're just going up and doing a quick little ride over a stadium and coming back down. They'll be up there, and it's manned, right?
But here's the thing.
4 miles high.
And the best thing about it is you can coordinate the information in less than 15 seconds. So what you see, what you hear, you can actually get it back to the men and women fighting this battle. The thing is, it's not together yet. The Air Force is not even set on the cameras it's using and the listening devices, but they're that optimistic that they released it.
Yeah, in fact, they're that optimistic, they say it's going to be in the sky on October 14th. In the meantime, they're still sewing up the Kevlar stuff down in North Carolina.
Although it looks like a typical airship, the level of technology in P-791 and the hybrid aircraft is quite sophisticated. For example, we use vectored thrusts, much like the F-35. Our thrust vectoring system moves in 2 axes, horizontal and vertical. That gives us 180 degrees of thrust in 2 directions. P-791 has multiple loads. That allows us to generate lift more efficiently.
P-791's airframe is built from high-strength, lightweight, woven material that's heat sealed together to form an airtight chamber that's mostly filled with helium. On the bottom of the vehicle, we have 4 ACLS pads.
The air cushion landing system enables us to take off and land from remote areas, including sand, snow, dirt, or even water. These environments don't require any infrastructure for takeoff and landing operations. Not only can we take off and land with the air cushion landing system, but it doubles in grip mode, allows the system to grab the ground and hold it even in shifting winds. So we don't need mooring towers or any sort of tie down as we do our change operations on the ground.
This vehicle is unique. It's the only fly-by-wire hybrid airship in the world. We have traditional rotor pedals, and we have a control stick with pitch, roll, and alternatively we can put yaw in from the control stick.
There's really 2 areas where hybrid aircraft are most valuable. One is in intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance gathering, because you can fly for a very long period of time without refueling. So for this vehicle, we would take off and land, fly for 2 to 3 weeks unrefueled, come back, refuel, possibly change sensors, and go back up again. That allows us to have fewer forward troops supporting the aircraft and also uses less fuel in the forward areas. The second mission area is in moving cargo. People like to move quickly as they're transported, but cargo doesn't matter so much. In cargo applications, the hybrid aircraft is really more like a fast ship than a slow airplane. The hybrid aircraft allows us to carry a wide variety of cargoes. As it scales up from its current size to 3 times, 5 times, or 7 times this scale, the gondola expands so we can carry 200 to 300 freight containers at a time. We can also carry tanks, helicopters, and other outsized military cargo. What's difficult about making an airship isn't the fact that you make a bag of helium lift something. That's relatively easy. What's difficult is making it useful. We've worked very hard to try to make this the most operable system possible. What we'd like to do is take this system to a 95, maybe 99% availability rate, much higher than existing airships, and also as high or higher than existing aircraft.